the notion that Lamar's going to be back out there, Yerk, because the line still sits at Ravens minus 6.5, despite being a 1-5 team playing a 4-2 Bears team. They're still laying a pretty big number, near a touchdown.
Tough game for the Bears coming up.
Against our beloved Bears.
On the road, Lamar's going to play. It looks like the middle linebacker is going to be back.
Roquan is expected to be back.
Roquan's going to be back.
Van Noy, Humphrey, and Kyle Hamilton all returned in their last game. And it was a better defensive effort. They only gave up 17. Yep. They just couldn't score because there was no Lamar. They played both backup quarter. They played Cooper Rush and Tyler Huntley.
Well, the longer it waits for him to get in there, the better I feel.
Mm-hmm.
The longer they wait to get him in there, then maybe he's susceptible to whatever the hammy is, a little quivering, a little quiver of the old hamstring, maybe kind of, oh, boy, here it's ready to go again. We better settle him down and get the backup in there. If they didn't have to play Lamar Jackson, Chicago Bears, I'd be a happy camper.
Oh, I would be too.
Yeah,
I'm not sure they're going to get so lucky, but I would be too.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson met the media yesterday. I love the way he speaks. I love the directness. It is very counter to what we've experienced as Bears fans the last few years. I think if you ask those players in that building, it's very counter to the messaging they were receiving the last couple of years, especially last year. Here was Ben on Rome Odunze's drops. Jurko said one of them more, a non-call that probably should have been called, a pass interference call. There were a couple, though, that hit Rome in the hands. And I see what you were talking about on the second one.
You looked at it?
Yeah, and I think I understand where you're coming from on that one. But if Rome's going to be elite, and if you're going to be a true number one, you got to come down with some of those. His contested catch rate last year was tremendous. It was third best in the league. This year, it's not good at all. It's a very small sample, but it's not good at all. Here was Ben Johnson on some of the Rome Odunze drops.
There were a few of them to Rome, I believe, before halftime of that scramble mentality, and I think Rome could have caught one or two of them himself, and I think there was another one that Caleb could have had better ball placement.
He's just telling you direct how it is. Yeah, I think that Rome could have caught a couple, and Caleb could have been better on one of his throws. This is probably my favorite quick drop. These are short, direct, to the point. This was at the end of the press conference on what was happening with Drew Dahlman on Sunday.
Yeah, it's not. We're not going to point the finger at any one player. I think it was a multitude of issues right there, and so we're on a mission. A united mission this week to get that fixed.
On a united mission, Jurko, this week to get that fixed.
Let's get it fixed.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't point the finger.
The united mission.
But we are in a united mission this week to get that nonsense fixed. Jurko's like, I'd never seen it happen once, let alone twice in a game. I mean, What is the center doing? I don't know. Fix it.
Yeah. Hiccups. He said it's my fault.
You're down in the red zone.
Nobody's blaming anybody else.
Exactly.
Dolman, nobody is pointing the finger anywhere else but you. Yes, you're to blame 100%. I accept the blame. Good. Because nobody's blaming anybody else.
That's right. Listen to this direct talk when talking about Theo Benedict's second start at left tackle.
It's inconsistent, to say the least. He had a couple false starts mixed in there. Run game wise, he did some good things in terms of moving guys, but probably wasn't as clean as it could be. And then in pass pro, I think Chase Young got after him just a little bit more than he'd like as well.
He's just giving you direct talk and not mincing words. And
he got after him and a little bit more than he would have liked.
Yeah.
And Chase Young can do that.
Well, and you said it yesterday. You said, listen, he was going against a really good player.
Yes, he was.
And Theo Benedict's a young kid making his second ever start. He was going against a very good pass rusher. And I think it looked like it. I think if you believe the PFF grades, you don't have to. Maybe just like Waddle says, use it as one tool in the toolbox. I think the eye test and the grades match this week. I think any of us that watched the game thought, he struggled a little bit. And the grade will tell you that he struggled a lot, actually. That it was a little bit of a step back. And the pass block grade, for Drew Dahlman, for Theo Benedict, was not good in his second start. So they're trying to get all these little things fixed. This Ravens defense is a little bit tough to handicap because they've been so beat up. So it's a trickier way to prepare,
to try to
not
handicap,
for the Bears, but just for
try
us.
to look at that.
Try to handicap because
what kind of defense are we going to face?
Exactly.
What kind of offense are we going to face?
Baltimore is kind of in unfamiliar territory with this defense here, but a lot of this is because of all the injuries they've sustained. And there was a handful of games there when so many starters were out, and one of their best, probably their best pure pass rusher who's out all year. They're dead last in EPA per play on defense. They're allowing the most points per game in the NFL. They're dead last in sacks with only 8. They're 24th in yards per play. They're 27th in total overall yards margin in the NFL. That is very unfamiliar territory for the Baltimore Ravens. But this is a D that is getting healthier. Roquan expected back. Van Noy and Hamilton and Humphrey all returned for the Rams game in Week 6. They all had a bye to rest up and get a little bit healthier. And for as bad as the Ravens' rush defense has been, their defense, as I just told you, in general has been bad. Their defensive rush EPA ranks 31st in the NFL. They did hold the Rams with some of those guys back to 3.2 yards per attempt. Their defensive rush EPA for Week 6, the last time they were on the field, was top 10 for the week in Week 6. So that's what having your Pro Bowl caliber players back will mean to you. That's what having Roquan and Kyle Hamilton, most importantly, and Van Noy will mean to you. Marlon Humphrey as well. All those guys either came back or are on their way back in Week 8. So it does make it a little bit trickier. Can the Bears continue to find success running the football, though? That's what we all want to know. That's what we're all wondering. If you just looked at the rankings of some of those key defensive metrics right now, you'd say, oh, yeah, absolutely. The Ravens are one of the 5 worst teams in the league stopping the run. I do think it'll be a little bit more challenging with the Ravens defense getting healthier and the fact that they now have, that coaching staff has 2 weeks of tape to look at the Bears be dominant in the run game and figure out how they're going to attack that. Jurko gave you a great X's and O's yesterday, and maybe we'll do it again throughout the course of the week, and you can do it again on Friday for Keys. You gave a great X's and O's as to what Harbaugh and his defensive staff is going to look at to say, okay, we see what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to counter it now.
Yeah.
And we're going to be more disciplined in what we're doing on defense.
Yeah, you're going to have to. They're going to slow roll one of their guys. Remember, I said the first defensive line principle that I've always given you. What is it? Don't go anywhere fast.
Don't go anywhere fast, yes.
Don't go anywhere fast. If they're trying to run out of their hell bent for election, they want you to run with them.
Right.
And that's the influence you get. You know, run a couple outside plays, get them really kind of thinking about going out there. Don't go anywhere fast.
Right.
Don't violate the law of uneven parallel lines.
That's right.
Where you get too much penetration out of one guy, not enough penetration out of the others, you create the natural chasm. Mm-hmm. There's nobody there for that chasm. Okay? When you're playing a gap integrity defense, you get one guy that gets too much penetration. Say even off the back end, the guy gets way upfield 4 yards, and they're running that little zone play to the right, and they cut back. There's no way that guy in the end can make that play, and he's the guy that's supposed to make the play, and that becomes a problem for you. Don't go anywhere fast. Don't violate the law of uneven parallel lines. And then ESD.
Engage, separate, and discard.
And discard. ESD is the simple philosophy you've got for your defensive linemen. Engage, separate, discard. Penetration is great for a defensive line, but too much penetration is bad. So that's another one of those. So if you're slanting, you slant, you square, you get there, find the football, and go to the football. That's how you do it.
The ball. I've always heard.
Ball is always the issue.
See the ball, know where the ball is, right?
If the ball is always the issue, you've got a responsibility. If the ball now dictates that you can abandon your responsibility to go make a play, that's what you have to do. You abandon responsibility, you go make a play.
The Bears are 8th in the conference right now. If you look at the playoff standings, they're 4-2. They're behind the Rams, who are 5. The Rams and Seahawks are the 6 and 7 seeds. They're 5-2.
Yeah.
Packers won.
Because of division winners.
Because the division.
Which everybody cries about.
Because the 49ers win the tiebreaker right now atop that division because of the conference record and the division record. And then they win the tiebreaker over the Eagles and the Bucks based on best winning percentage in the conference games. So it's Green Bay.
San Francisco later in the year.
Very late in the year.
So they can give them a loss.
It's like is that week 17, I want to say? It's very late in the year.
It's late, Carm.
Green Bay's 1, San Fran's 2, Eagles 3, Bucks 4. The 5-2 Lions 5, Seahawks 6, Rams 7. The Bears are 8. How about all that 5-2 action? The Niners, Eagles, Bucks, Lions, Seahawks, and Rams are all 5-2. They're your 2 through 7 seeds right now. So it's kind of like a little bit of a mishmash.
It is.
The Bears are right in the middle of it.
Trust me. 4 weeks from now, I think there'll be a little more of a declaration of what's happening and what's not happening. 4 weeks from now, I think you're going to see some direction, a little bit of a separation. I'd give myself the 5th week because of buys. Mm-hmm. So give me 5 weeks. By the end of November, when the Bears play that game on Friday.
Against the Eagles, you mean?
Against the Eagles. After that weekend, you'll have a crystal clear kind of, hey, the quality has started to separate itself a little bit, and then here's going to be the 3 mishmash teams that are going to try to find a way to make it. Mm-hmm. And you hope that tie doesn't kill you. Because I still think Green Bay is a little bit of a question mark with the way they've been playing.
Hasn't looked as good as I think a lot of us thought, myself included. I mean, I picked them in our preseason predictions to win the NFC. After week 1, it looked great. I thought Micah was awesome again on Sunday.
3 sacks.
Yeah, he was great.
3 sacks.
But it hasn't looked as crisp and as clean as I thought. I think Jordan Love's a little. You want to talk about an enigma? I'm not sure. There are streaks and runs in his career where he's put together 4, 5, 6 games that are unbelievable. Then he's put together some where you scratch your head and you go, that doesn't really look like a franchise quarterback. It looks like an okay quarterback. I don't know how to figure him. He's a tough one. And maybe that's just quarterbacking in general, that the few guys really distinguish and separate themselves. And this is just like the teams, it's just a mishmash. You've got 4 really good ones.
Yep.
You've got 4 really bad ones. And everybody else is in between. And maybe that's the way we should live with quarterbacks, too. You've got Mahomes and Allen and Lamar. And is there anybody else you'd even put in that group? Or is it just those 3? And then you've got like the 3 where, let's say you've got the 4 best, if you've got Lamar, Mahomes, Josh Allen. I don't want to put Baker in there.
Burrow.
Burrow's not healthy. Fair enough. He's not healthy. But
he's not healthy.
But in a perfect world, you're right. There's your 4.
Right.
Then you've got like your bottom 4 that are god-awful.
Yeah.
And everybody else in between. And like Jordan Love's in there, and Jared Goff's in there, and Baker's in there, and Caleb's in there. Now, varying places.
Tua's moved down to the bottom 4.
Right now,
it's my heavens.
Awful.
He has sprinted down there. He got on the fire pole and went straight to the basement.
Any bus tossing? Did he throw any teammates under the bus?
I don't know. It's like, I think he's going to be happy to be wearing the hat with a clipboard. It almost seems that way, doesn't it?
I don't know.
He's like, I can't wait to get to the sideline and not have to play.
McDaniel, I guess, said yesterday he is the quarterback for now. He's going to get the reps. Then he said something about what my expectation is the quarterback doesn't throw 10 interceptions. Probably good expectation.
It's
Jurko said, how is this guy leading that team?
Yeah, dude,
I don't know.
Not only that, but it looks like they hate each other down there. It's like they hate each other.
I'm telling you, the vibes were bad when they were here in August.
Yeah.
They just were.
They were whining about everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they're practicing too hard.
And there was a time.
Why is it so hot? It's hotter here than it's Miami.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There was a time when it looked good. It's why things can be so fleeting in this league, though, and it's hard to make any definitive statements with small samples because for a while it looked like he and Tua were going to be a real thing.
Mike Vrabel looks phenomenal in New England with what he's done and returned the culture around everything. He's got them playing solid football, right?
Yeah.
He was fired 2 years ago.
I know.
In Tennessee because they quit listening to him.
Yeah, I know.
And
That's
whatever
true.
he was doing wasn't working anymore.
Yeah.
So he was out on the scrap heap, considered to be done. And then, boom, he gets another chance and another opportunity in a place that he won some football games. And now he looks like the world beater.
Now, I believe in him more because he did it for a longer period of time. But you're right. Things can change in this league and in all these leagues very quickly.
Andy Reid was once fired by the Philadelphia Eagles after a nice run there.
After a brilliant run.
Nice run. A lot of NFC championships, but they didn't win the Super Bowl, and they had a couple rough years. And the next thing you know, Andy Reid's out. Kansas City hires him. And now Kansas City just goes to the Super Bowl every year like it's something. Who's going? It's Kansas City this year. We're bringing Taylor Swift along again. It's just nonstop. So people get fired. People that they think are the cat's meow or some of the best in the world. At some point, you have a couple rough years, and boom, you're out the door.
And for a while there, it looked like he and Tua would be a thing, and it's gone completely sideways. And I still can't get over his look. Have you guys ever seen the movie poster for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I have.
The Hunter S. Thompson kind of caricature.
Yeah.
That's what Mike McDaniel looks on the sideline. He looks like that on the sideline.
Yeah.
Here, I put the picture up. This is what he looks like, Yerk. That's him coaching on the sidelines. He's an NFL coach. He looks like Hunter S. Thompson.
I get when people want to be all swagged out. Like, I get it. But when you lose, it is like the very first thing you can make fun of. It's like all you care about are your sneakers and your capris and your sunglasses. Dude, coach and win some football games
He's
first.
wearing $13,000 shoes.
I know.
He's wearing Louis Vuitton Air Forces.
Right, but when you win, nobody cares what you look like. Nobody cares. Hey, that's cool. Look at him. Wow, he's somebody different. When you lose, the optics matter.
Especially when you're an
the
NFL
optics
coach
matter.
on the
100%.
sideline.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
You're an NFL coach on a sideline.
Yes.
You're dressing like a South Beach kingpin. I said yesterday he looks like Johnny Depp in Blow. What's with those glasses he was wearing?
I don't know. What's with the scruff?
He's wearing $13,000. Well, I don't mind that so much. But
$13,000
he's wearing
shoes.
$13,000 gym shoes. I mean, come on, man. Like, you are an NFL coach.
I'm wearing $60 tennis shoes right now.
I'm wearing $59.99 Nikes. That's
So, I
what
mean,
I'm
like,
wearing.
don't you want the coach to be a grinder and not someone that's like out there flaunting
Kinda.
the wealth?
Well, he's got
Like
it.
obviously the players do, and obviously
Right.
NFL coaches do in this day and age as well. But wouldn't you prefer like the Ben Johnson style, where like he
Yes.
clearly is just wearing the team issued gear?
Yes. Come in.
Because he
grind,
is so dedicated and
yes.
worried about what they're doing on the football field.
And the crazy thing is, I think McDaniel is a good offensive coach. I think he's a good play caller. I do. I think his quarterback stinks right now. There's not a lot of. I think they are all pulling from different ends down there. They lost Tyreek Hill. I think there's just the vibes are bad in general. But yeah, they got a disaster on their hands. Anyway, I don't know.
They got a problem, Carm.